Okay, Ron, back again. I've plugged in. That'll be a nice natural break, actually, part 2. But yeah, Brexit. So I was naturally one. I wasn't for it. So just for selfish reasons, I guess. I like living in London. I like all the foreign girls that come here. So that was my main thoughts. But anyway, Brexit I can see is essential now to everything. And Brexit 78 comes to HALLETT and also Kennedy. So watch this space, people. But she said some really, really interesting things. So basically what she did is she discovered that, we'll watch the video, but she basically discovered that President Trump has put out a soft notification of GESARA and NESARA. And I would concur with that because I've noticed that his Twitter went from following 50 people to 50, because 50 is America, is 50 states of the US, is Donald, is Paul and Eileen for me, personal reasons, etc. But it's gone to 51, which is Batman, which is also GESARA, the global thing. So he's following, he's fulfilling what needs to take place, and he's telling people. But this executive order that he did on the 2nd of November, just before the election on the 3rd, basically is a soft disclosure of GESARA. And also she pointed out brilliantly, again, Joe, it was amazing what you did, that on President Trump's Facebook page, it's been changed from saying 45th president to president or a political candidate. Now he's the president, there's a political candidate. So in some ways that's like a soft step down. His other social media still declare that he's the 45th president. But it's just a brilliant, elegant way of getting out the disclosure of GESARA and NESARA. And she spoke how it will take us through to 120 days later comes to March the 2nd, which I'll speak about a little later. So, but also I wanted to bring your attention to a few things. I spoke with Charlie about this. We're going through the Lions Gate. We've entered it on August the 8th. And lots of wonderful things are happening, and serendipities and just beautiful manifestations. It's a way that the Matrix is being shown to us. And I'll give you an example. So when you watch Joe and Charlie's video, this has happened to me before. It's happened to Charlie. It happens on television, it happens in films, it happens on the news. I don't watch the news, but I'll watch, probably the closest to it will be watching a bit of sport when Gary Lineker match of the day and the managers will comment on after games, etc. They will say things and they will mispronounce things and they will say things that they didn't intentionally mean to say. And I've done it on videos, on my videos. I did one with Anna in Brazil, Anna if you're watching. When I said it's spelt with an S, I said it's spelt with a yes. I said it quite clearly. I meant to say S, but I said yes. And I thought I might have even repeated it. But basically what happened is it added, I can't remember what it added up to now. The yes comes to 49 if I remember rightly. But the time sequence was significant. Charlie did one a few weeks ago. And it happens all the time. But going back to Joe and Charlie today, Joe said this, okay? Have a watch, Joe. This is ingenious. This is the best way to describe it is the Lions Gate, the Trump millennial era, going into the age of Aquarius. All of the things that are happening on a dimensional level, going from 3 to 4 to 5D and beyond. These things are happening. These are disclosures. So this is what I guess the crux of what I teach in regards to the numbers, because when you start to see it, everything is alive and vibrant. Your whole reality online, in your real world, walking around doing things, in your own reality, things are being manifest all the time. And it's just, if you can see it, then you start to see it everywhere. So I'm going to give this example. So on 11 minutes 25 seconds, Joe said, she said July the Force. Okay, she's talking about 1776. Interestingly enough, 1776. So 76 is my name, Thomas, as I've mentioned. But 1776, so 17 is Q, but 17 plus 76, guess what that comes to? It comes to 93, which is Bushnell. Again, thank you. 93 is also Floatus, so that's Melania's title. Also, there's the Bushnell Binocular Company out in Kansas, and I've mentioned that before with Charlie. And also Parachute. Parachute comes to 93, and there's other things that come to 93 as well. But going back to that, 1776. So on 11 minutes and 25 seconds, again 25 is a loud clear signal. 11:26 comes to 36. We've already spoken about 136. So 1 times 36 is 36. So we're back to 36 again. This is what she said. She said, she said July the 4th instead of July the 4th. But she said it really clearly, and I know she meant to say July the 4th. But I've done this before. But this is all this. The higher forces, President Trump and everything that is good in this world is doing this to teach and reveal truths to people. And they'll do it with good people, and they'll do it with bad actors as well. So Boris will do it. Plenty of people will do it. Videos throughout time have done it. I've watched significant videos on certain things, and there's been a flash, and it's been on a certain time point. Like for instance, Patrick Swayze. I watched a video. Came up in my feed yesterday, so I was meant to watch it, and I revealed that Patrick Swayze was in the Q film Dirty Dancing. I watched it in the summer because it got re-released, and it was like watching a brand new film. I thought it was just a chick flick, but it's an amazing film. And Patrick Swayze, Patrick comes to 78, so Kennedy, Hallett, and Joe Hull. And then Swayze comes to 99, so 78 plus 99 comes to 177. 177 is 1 times 77, which is Christ. And 1 plus 77 is 78, which is Hallett, Kennedy, Joe Hull again. The length of that video actually was 1 minute 41. 141 is Tom Bushnell, believe it or not. So 93 plus 48. But it flashed on 1 minute and 11 seconds. There was a blue, like a blue flash just on the camera. It flashed. I've seen it with President Trump's videos 30 years ago, and there's been a flash and a flicker. I had one on my last video with, and it was on, it was a red one, and it was around to do with JFK, because 27 is JFK, and the word red is 27 as well. So again, thank you, sir. But the flash in regards to Patrick Swayze, so it was 111, which is Londinium, which is Old London, which is Greg, etc. But I also figured out, realised that February, which is my month of birth, is 96. Incidentally, that's the age of my grandmother. She would have been yesterday, 96, on the 14th of November. But 96 plus 15 comes to 111. So I realised that. But these markers have been placed there through the Lion's Gate, through the higher dimensional powers, and we're witnessing this beauty now. But anyway, going back to Joe. So she says July the 4th. Now, July is 68, which is root, as in Mr. Ed Root. The is 33, which is also gate. And force comes to 47, which is John, silver, and also time. So, July the 4th. That actually comes to 148. So, 68 plus 33 plus 47 comes to 148, which is 1 times 48 is Tom. And I noticed it. So again, thank you, everyone. 1 plus 48 comes to 49, which is yes, which is also excellent. Now, if she had said July the 4th, which she intended to say, then 4th, the different part on that, comes to actually 88, and I didn't know that before. So 88 is Trump, so 4th. We know that's a powerful number for President Trump. 4s and 8s and 2s, and all of them are, but 4s like 4 and 4, 44, jacks, etc. So July the 4th would be 68 plus 33 plus 88, which comes to 189. Now the difference between 189 and 148, or the difference between 47 and 88 is actually 41, which again is King, which is Alien, which again is also my initials, TSB. So it's just beautiful how this works. While my comms, my bandana neckerchief today is unraveling. So Joe, just brilliant work you've done. Maybe yourself, myself, and Charlie can do a video together soon. That would be great. Incidentally, as well, when we go into 2021, 20 plus 21 comes to 41 again, which will be the year of the King. Maybe Greg will be announced this year, but I think for sure there will be things around the King, etc. next year. And also the word, so 36, if you break that down, well, if you extrapolate that, so the word 30 comes to 100. 100 comes to 74, which is Jesus, which is London, etc. But let's stick to 30, which is 100. 6 is 52, so 152 equals 36. That's 152. 15, 2 is 15 / 2. 15 is the 15th of 2, which is February. 15/2, 15th of February, that's actually my birthday. So again, I'm grateful for that. 15 plus 2 is 17, which is Q. Now, something that she said, which was really interesting, she said because of the 128 days, the 120 days thing with GESARA, it was announced on the 2nd of November. 120 days later is March 2nd. Now, I've taught this before about particular Trump. So we're in the year 2020. 20 on the 24-hour clock is represented by 8 on the 12-hour clock. So we're in the year of 88, which is Trump, which makes perfect sense because of what we're doing, what's happening right now, and going through the Lions Gate. The Lions Gate was August 8th, 8/8. But in this relation to this of March the 2nd, March, or 3 can be represented by 15 on the 24-hour clock. Or if you were to continue to count from 2020, and you just kind of carried on the months, 12th month being December, the next one, January, being the 13th month, February the 14th month, and March the 15th month. You could look at it that way, but we can just do it on the 24-hour clock. That's an easier way, but it also works on the calendar because they're both 12. So 15 to 152, 36, which is when she said it, 11 plus 25. 15 can be represented by 3, the 3rd month. So March 2nd is bang on what she said, 120 days. So again, Joe, just amazing decode what you've done. It's highly amazing. I really respect and I'm grateful for your knowledge. So we've spoken about the Lionsgate. So there's some other things I wanted to mention here. Yes, so this is my comms. So this is Indian Wells. Can you see that, guys and girls? Indian Wells. So that's the tennis tournament. I was due to, just before COVID, I was due to fly to the States, and I was going to stop on the way at Indian Wells and then travel to some other states. I've been there before. It's a great tournament for those that love tennis. But Indian Wells, so I did this decode on Indian Wells before, but I'd forgotten it. But going through all my notes, it popped into my head that I should look it up. But anyway, this is why. So Indian comes to 51, which again is GESARA, which is Batman, which is the number of people that President Trump is following on Twitter right now. And Wells comes to 71, which is Psych, as in Psych Club. It's also Hearts. It's a number of things. It's Spider Rico, so Spider is 71. Rico is 45, Spider Rico, etc. The mass arrest, etc. That's been going on, and we'll see more of that as time. Well, I guess we'll get more disclosure on that, or maybe we won't. I guess we will at some point. But anyway, lots of things are happening. A mentor of mine has always said that. How does he say it? He says, "Evidence of absence." Hang on. Absence of evidence is not evidence of absence. And that's Dan Pena that taught me that. So, Dan, if you're listening, hi. But yeah, so we'll see things, and as President Trump deems it necessary to show and reveal, we'll know. So be at ease with everything, people. But anyway, Indian Wells. So that comes to 122, and yeah, that's important. 122, and this I chose because lime comes to 39, which is this lime green. 39 is 10, which is a loud, clear signal. Green, it comes to 49. So 39 plus 49, guess what that comes to? It comes to 88, which is Trump. So in reference to Indian Wells, sir, not particularly Indian Wells, but 122, if you want me to be there, I'm happy to be there. Just let me know. Thank you. Okay, so some other things. On one of my trips to Indian Wells, I was given this tennis ball. So can you see that? Now that's, I was thinking first of all it's similar, but this is lime green. This is more of a lemon yellow. Now PENN comes to 49 plus 2 comes to 51. Okay, so I got this at Indian Wells. It's amazing how things in life, I've been at places and I picked up markers and met people and been in circumstances along the way, and they all tie in together now. And then lemon yellow, so lemon yellow. So lemon is 59, which is Joker card, and the age of Greg right now and the age of JFK Jr. up until the 25th of November, so watch that time. And also, yellow comes to 92. So that's 51 plus 92 comes to 151. So 1 times 51 is, Area 51 is GESARA, is a nice lemon yellow tennis ball, which is PENN 2, which is 51. But 151 comes to actually Jesus Christ. It comes to the Great Reset. So if you look at the Time magazine that we had, it's actually, I think, probably been changed now, but last week, from 2nd of November to the 9th of November, it said the Great Reset. I know some people say, oh, that's a bad version. Well, the reset is happening, and just because bad versions have tried to conquer it doesn't matter. Trump uses good and bad, turns them around if he needs to turn them around, and builds on things. He very rarely takes things away unless he really has to. And I think once they're taken away, that's it, they're done. Also, interestingly enough, 151 comes to Joseph HALLETT. So 73 plus 78 comes to 151. Okay, some other things that have popped up as well is, well, in closing actually. So, talking of 51, another thing to do with President Trump is, think of the game Top Trumps. Okay, we've all been brought out with Top Trumps. Top comes to 51, and the spinning made me think of the spinning top in Inception with Christopher Nolan. But Top Trumps, so 51 plus 107 comes to 158. 1 times 58 is 58, which is NESARA. Okay, so we've got GESARA, the global version, and NESARA, the US version. 1 plus 58 comes to 59 again, which is the Joker card, the Trump card. President Trump has got cards all over the place. He can play them at any moment. The word spin comes to 58. So if you spin the top, 58. 58 again is Ivanka. It's XRP. And if you if you take it further and you spinning comes to spinning top, like in Inception, a spinning top, which is a little bit, not exactly in the film, but other ones. A spinning top is almost like an inverted club. So the symbol, the sign for club or clubs in the suit of clubs in the deck of cards, it's almost like a spinning top, and that one is the most powerful card, or most powerful suit in the deck. So the ace of sorry, I'm saying club, I should be saying spades, beg your pardon, spades. So it's an inverted spade. It looks a bit like a spinning top. But the Ace of Spades is the most powerful card in the deck, and it's about forgiveness, it's about spirituality, it's about renewal and rebirth, etc. And President Trump spoke about that way back in May, when I did my very first Cyclops video, and he talked about Space Force. There's some other interesting things about Inception. So the word Inception, which is a Christopher Nolan film, again another genius film, Christopher, comes to 105. Now 105 comes to Jerusalem, which is also New Zealand. 105. Okay. This is So you've got that spinning. Interstellar, the film Interstellar, which came after, which was set aside the Batman trilogy. So you had Dark Knight Rises in between. If you go from Inception and then to Interstellar, Interstellar comes to 153. Now, interestingly enough, Christopher Nolan spun the top right at the end of Interstellar, and spinning top, right at the end of Inception, and spinning top comes to 153, which also comes to Interstellar, which was his next film, next standalone film outside of the Dark Knight trilogy. Yeah, I think that will be good, people. Another thing. So Christopher Nolan's film Dunkirk comes to 88, and his most recent one, which I keep going on about, Tenet, comes to 64. Now, 64 is also Zion. So if you think you've got Jerusalem in Inception, 105, New Zealand, Inception. The spinning top, go to Interstellar, 153, spinning top, 153, Interstellar, 153, and then you go to Dunkirk, which is 88. It's a bit like the QAnons going across the water to save people. And then Tenet, 64. And 64, interesting enough, is spades. Okay, so spade on its own is 45, as in the 45th president. And spades, the plural version, is 64, which is Tenet, T-E-N-E-T, and also Zion, the New Jerusalem, all those things. So, thank you everyone, God bless. Again, thank you President Trump and all the family, all the Kennedys, everyone else involved in this great work. Hi and bye to Greg, hope to speak and see you soon. And God bless to everyone, to Charlie, to Anna in Brazil, all family and friends and loved ones, and to a new person I wasn't aware of, Miss Joe Hull, 78 on the board. Thank you. God bless. Take care. Bye-bye.